All right, this is going to be just a short video on something I call Gringo Solipsism. And what it is it's a category of error where an investor fails to think about the perspectives of other investors alongside you when being involved in an investment, or making a decision, pro or con, for an investment. And really good example that we're seeing right now of Gringo Solipsism is happening in the debate about Bitcoin. So if you look at a lot of the criticisms of Bitcoin, which focus on environmental concerns or that it's some sort of a speculative scam, you have to kind of think about these decisions, or these sort of conclusions made about Bitcoin are in general made from people living in dollar-denominated economies or euro-denominated economies. And these are people who are not facing the kind of existential economic threats that people in a lot of other economies in the world are facing. If you think about it, there are billions of people that live in basically monetarily repressive regimes. So, obvious examples would be countries like Nigeria or Venezuela, but really there are many, many examples. Argentina they have a currency crisis about once a decade. Even Mexico, which is kind of a very high-functioning economy on a lot of levels, if you look at the Mexican peso US dollar exchange rate, it's clear that this country is purposefully weakening their currency, for whatever reasons may be. But this is actually affecting the ability of the people in that country to store value in the money that they save, right? And so it's easy for us in a dollar-denominated economy to kind of forget or just sort of not think about that use case of something like Bitcoin. But for people in these other economies, this can be a lifesaver. And so it kind of flips what we should be concerned about and what is a value of something and how valuable it is if we can think outside of our own perspective. So this is the problem with the solipsism. Solipsism is just confusing your perspective for everyone else's perspective, or assuming that everyone else looks at things the way you do. And there might be people, in reality, there are billions of people that have sort of more direct problems to worry about because of monetary repression or inflation. Now, this actually applies, Bitcoin is just one of the most obvious, most salient examples of this Gringo Solipsism, but this happens with individual stocks or investments of any form, really. You want to think about what the people alongside you, who are investing alongside you, what are they thinking too, right? There might be some specific catalyst upcoming that people would put a lot of emphasis on that maybe you don't care about. Or there might be, say, a lot of momentum investors. Let's say you're a value investor and you've found a stock that you think is very attractively priced relative to what you think is intrinsic value. But there are momentum investors that are, say, blowing out of it for maybe reasons that you don't even care about, like, say, technical reasons. Well, you have to be sort of prepared for other perspectives to come into play. And this might actually produce an even more valuably or more discounted stock, more attractively priced stock, because of other people acting on their reasons. So the whole idea is to know that there might be other perspectives taken into account and be ready. Okay? So Gringo Solipsism, don't do it. Thanks for watching.